Breaking Bread Podcast. Breaking Bread Podcast. Ooh, Breaking Bread Podcast. Breaking Bread Podcast. Ooh.
Good people, welcome once again to another episode of the Breaking Bread Podcast. Can't stop, won't stop. We're going to be here forever. So just have a seat, get ready for us because we have a special guest with us today.
We do.
Mr. Chris Noel. I'm Lee.
I'm Derek.
Welcome to the Breaking Bread Podcast, man. And today, we have an immense talent, acoustic rapper, got a taste of what he can do. We got something a little special for y'all, a little bit different, a little bit later in this episode. But I want to toss it over to you, Chris. Tell us about yourself, your brand, what you do, how we can find you. Give us the Chris Noel story, good brother.
What is good? How y'all doing? My name is Chris Noel. I'm originally from Fort Worth, Texas.
Hey.
Man, Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
Got to throw it down, you know what I mean?
Dallas County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say something about Dallas, what you say?
Dallas County.
Yeah, Dallas. No, I'm from around that part.
That part, yeah.
Yeah.
Been there a couple times.
Yeah, a couple of times, been around that way, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I do acoustic hip hop. I am absolutely enamored with languages, so I try to incorporate those things. Majored in Spanish and Portuguese, so I try to really throw those into the art. I love to love on people. So that's my main focus, trying to take what God has given me and just love on them. And so with using, in the past, I've been more traditional with my music, as far as like just doing trap, regular hip hop. But it's something about the guitar, man. It's something about the guitar. It's just therapeutic for me at the end of the day. And so I'm trying to wrap all that up, you know what I'm saying? And that's where you get the acoustic hip hop and the languages. And I would say this past year, I've been asking myself, how can I take my gifts and absolutely, just love on people in the community outside of just getting on stage and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's dope music and I love you. How can I be more practical with the art? And so I don't know if you guys can see or not, but this says Bars Over Poverty.
Pop it up on that camera.
Bars Over Poverty. So essentially that is a mixtape circuit, little short mixtapes, like 5 tracks. And so what we do is for every mixtape that we drop, we highlight an organization who's helping out the less fortunate.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope.
So
That's dope.
Man, so I'm super excited about that. We just launched about a week ago, and we just launched our first mixtape. And so the organization that we're highlighting this time around is Durham Rescue Mission. And essentially they just help people who are struggling with addiction, homelessness. They get people into the job market, give them those soft skills that they need to keep their jobs.
Yes.
And so, I'm really interested in that. And so that's what we do. 100% of the proceeds that people donate go right back to that organization. And then we also do interviews with the organization so people can see exactly what they're investing into. And so
I like that because I like to know where my money going.
Yo, me too.
Man, that's dope.
Sometimes these some of these donations be
Yeah.
money go the wrong place.
Yeah, like what you doing with the money there? So,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. How can we get a copy of the mix? How do we find it? Where do the people shop for it?
Got you. So if you go, I'm glad you asked.
I promise you, look, they don't make sure you're going to let people know where you
Hey,
can
look,
find
this
everything
PR
you talk
degree
about.
was expensive, dog. I ain't saying it, bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate you. No, so all you got to do is go to www.barsoverpoverty, it's all one word.com. There's going to be a music tab. Go to the music tab. From that music tab, you can download the mixtape for free. And then you'll also be able to donate. It'll be a little button that says give what you can, and then you can go ahead and give what you can. Yeah, so you don't have to. Yeah, there's no set price or anything like that. If you want to give 25 cents, hey, it's a blessing.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And so that's where we at.
Right. That's it. www.barsoverpoverty.com. Is that with an S or a Z?
A Z.
A Z.
Yeah,
BARZ.
Yeah. Attention to
Overpoverty.
detail. Thank you.
Right.
We get paid to focus on the minutia, baby.
They're going to make sure if they don't have nothing else, they're going to have the information to find what they need to find.
Yeah.
People be looking at me like, man, you don't ask me that 4 times. Yeah, that's it. Run it again. How can they find
Hey,
it?
I'm going to just let you know ahead of time I'm still in that word. I like that. Minutia. Minutia.
So how long you been here from Texas?
So I got here in 2009. I was in the military. That's how I got here.
Okay.
And pretty much just settled down in North Carolina. Got all 4 seasons. Beautiful. Get to the mountains, the beaches.
That's so true, man.
I'm cool with it. You know what I mean?
Nah, and it's dope that you immerse yourself like what you just said you're doing. You're actually giving back to the community that you're in, which is fire.
My goodness, man.
Yeah, so that's fire to me. Like always, I always trying to figure out ways to do stuff with the community, especially in the Raleigh, Durham, Triangle area. It's always helpful, to be honest, to really reach out because there's a lot of people, man, that are really willing to give just even time, not even have to be money, but time and energy to support people, which is great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's it. Love it, man. Love it. So with that, one of the things that we wanted to kind of start off with, good brother, now that we know you, Mr. Noel, we going to run this I cannot be convinced, right? So look, let me tell y'all something. I'm a straight up, we going to make this a little humorous today. I cannot be convinced that somebody woke up one day and said, you know what this sandwich needs? You know what this sandwich? I got this perfectly delicious ham sandwich. I need to find a way to get some eggs on this sandwich, but I ain't gonna call it creamy eggs. I'm gonna put like some oil and stuff in it and call it mayonnaise. I cannot. That's a good idea. Who thought that you need more eggs? Raw eggs. Whose idea was this?
You sound stereotypical of black people saying they don't like mayonnaise because I like mayonnaise.
Who
I like
thought
mayonnaise.
that was a good idea? You know what this
genius.
good sandwich? I need some spreadable eggs.
Yo.
I cannot be convinced that mayonnaise is a good idea. I ain't with it. And I was standing on the hill alone.
You gonna stand there by yourself because I'm not with you, man.
Well, I got plenty Cokes, bro. Plenty crunks of clean water.
Yo. I can tolerate mayonnaise, but it's nothing that I'm, going out just to get mayonnaise at the shop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It don't have to be overpowering on my sandwich, but I do like on certain sandwiches I want a little spread of mayonnaise. That's all I'm saying.
You're not gonna see me with a mayonnaise sandwich or nothing like that.
Dog,
yeah.
But again, who thought it was a good idea to put these raw eggs in the jar, get the twist and then turn it white, and bam, we're gonna throw it in the set? Who thought of that?
A genius. I don't know who.
Who?
I don't know. It's
Somebody like chicken that much?
Yeah.
You got some roosters back there, cuz? Like,
Yeah.
Like who? And then we got mayonnaise conglomerates. We got people almost banging sets between Hellmans and Dukes. And I'm sitting on the side, like, I don't know the difference. Like, white.
First of all, you're being disrespectful. There is a difference.
Hold on now, Lil.
Hey.
I can't tell this between Coke and Pepsi, so they all
Oh, see, I
Yeah.
can't tell the difference.
Oh yeah, it's a difference.
So I cannot be convinced. I'm gonna pass this to y'all that mayonnaise is a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm on this hill by myself, but I got a triple fat goose and a whole lot of water. So I'm gonna be all right. What y'all got?
Gotcha.
You wanna go ahead? I cannot be convinced.
Yeah, so I cannot be convinced that black people love chitlins. Cause I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to hang in there with y'all on that one because
First of all, the introductory of it comes in a white bucket, like a paint. You know how it comes? Like before you
Like it came off of Sherwin-Williams van.
right. Something that's not edible. Yeah, right.
First of all, food don't come out like that. Like in a can, like you said, like Sherwin-Williams van. It's like, nah, dog. The look, the smell, it's like, I'm good.
And that's the thing, like the cats that be like, oh, I love chitlins. I'm like, see, the thing is, my mama and grandma used to cook them chitlins.
Yeah.
So I was the one waking up with the assault on the senses at 7 a.m. Your auntie brought the chitlins that you like to eat after they've been cleaned and after they've been cooked. I'm the one that house smelling like apple cider vinegar all day because my mama bringing the chitlins.
Yeah.
So no, I do not like chitlins.
I do not like you.
Put the fried chicken thigh in the grease. I'm gonna eat that.
Hey, yes, let's get it. Let's go. Let's go.
I'll do 6 months in jail before I eat chicken.
Hey, yeah.
6 months.
Y'all know where I be at. Yeah.
You know what? I know where I be. You know where I be at.
Yeah.
You know what I be? You know what I'm about, bro? I'll be on the front cover of the Slam before you.
Bruh. So
good.
I consider myself a pretty logical individual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if something smells that bad, why would you put it in your mouth? Because my thing is, when you think about food, when you step into a kitchen or a restaurant, you come in, you be like, oh, this smells absolutely amazing. I wonder what I want some of that. You know what I'm saying? But when you got chitlins, it's like, bruh, that smells like what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not putting it in my mouth. Yeah.
There's not a lot of thinking that has to go into this.
Right, and I consider myself very open to food culturally. Like I try different food all the time. My rule is I try anything twice actually, because the first time somebody might not make it right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always like that, but chitlins is a hard stop no.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be able
The
to.
hard side.
Yeah, give me that time.
Yeah.
If I do this 6 months smooth,
Yep.
I needed a break.
Yep.
I needed a reset.
Right. Eric said he gonna come out like he Malcolm X. Right. Well, brother, I've been doing a lot of reading.
Right. Eating chitlins, dog.
No.
Nah, man.
It's not for me. Now, if you like it, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's you. But
Bow to you.
that's my theory. Because when I was growing up, my mom and grandma used to cook them.
I'm
stuff
throwing
like
pig
that.
feet in there too.
Oh yeah. Now I used to eat pig feet when I was a kid because I had no choice. From someone was broke.
Yeah.
But but I can't do it now. Ain't nothing wrong with no pig feet. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to get too vulgar here, but you bite into a piece of pig feet. Sometimes it still has the knuckle hair on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about the struggle.
Yeah.
My man's from Fort Worth, but we talking about Selma right now, dog.
Oh my goodness.
We talking about
I've been to Selma.
Bro, that's what I'm from. We talking about the country. Like, so I used to eat when I was a kid. But yeah, that's one of those things that had the sunset. That's a sunset.
You've grown. You've grown.
I'm more cultured now.
See,
Yeah,
there we
exactly,
go.
yeah.
Went out into the world and
That's
you know.
it.
It's
around the block.
You evolved.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You put away things when you evolve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's all.
That's what
Says
that's
no bad.
like, go ahead and run the verse because you beat me to it. I'm about to be like,
Bro, you know what? I don't want to speak that verse 'cause I don't know it word for word. But the Bible does talk about put away childish things.
Yeah.
that's right.
And them chitlins.
Right. That's something that y'all ain't for me, baby.
When I read that verse in the Bible, I felt like he was talking about naps. Because as a kid, you used to fight naps. But as you're an adult, you're like, I put away those childish things.
Yeah.
I encourage naps. I promote them. I'm pro nap. If I feel what coming in my spirit.
A pro nap, Breaking Bread 5 nap, pro nap t-shirt.
I rock it with you. Oh my God.
I feel that in my spirit. That's what's about to happen. I'm not about to fight that.
Take him to
Somebody
church.
said I need rest.
Take him to
Bro.
church,
I'll
Derek.
take that rest.
Take him to church, Derek.
Childish things away. Nap is nap. Used to fight it as a kid.
Derek said, run me my daytime sleep.
What?
I don't even sleep during the day. I have a hard time sleeping during the
I
day.
could easily get a strong 45 minutes to an hour.
Man,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm with you on that. Yeah, it'd be busy.
I found a little, I ain't got, what I got to do right now? Nothing.
sleep.
I'm going to tell you, first of all, let me say this. Women put men on most things in their life. You know what I'm saying? And one of the best things a woman has ever put me on was a throw. You know what I'm saying? Them throw blades.
Oh, yeah.
That quick, you just grab it real quick, get you a quick little nap.
Right.
The throw.
Right, you bite.
Yep.
I was like, that's a throw. I remember the first time I was like, a throw? I was like, this ain't even enough to really give you no cover. She's like, it's just enough.
It's just
You know what? That's for the city.
Yep.
It's just enough, too, every time.
Hey,
It's
listen.
just enough.
Stevie Wonder told us 75 was just enough for the city, dog.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. You tell them that. You know where I be at.
You know I'm
not hard to find.
Hard to find. I'm gonna be here.
You know where I be at. So once again, we're here with the homie Chris Noel. How can we find you one more time out here in the social media? I'm gonna
Man.
ask you that 4 more times.
I answer 4 more times for you. You can find me. So my primary, social media account is gonna be IG, and it's gonna be Who Is, all one word. Who Is KRISNOEL, just like Christmas. So Who Is Chris Noel? You can find me on there, and you'll see things about Bars Over Poverty. You can go there and go to my bio and hit the link. It'll take you to the website. Then also Bars Over Poverty has its own IG account. So you can just, it's all one word, Bars Over with a Z, Bars Over Poverty. And so that's how you can reach.
That's it. Chris Noel, Bars Over Poverty. Welcome to the Breaking
Also,
Bread
man,
podcast.
congratulations. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Congratulations on the engagement, man.
Exactly.
Gotta
On the
get-
news, congratulations.
I appreciate that, man. I really do.
Congratulations, man. We love.
Hey, man, I love too. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, so I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
Chapter of life.
That's champion of life. Fact.
Yeah.
That's it. Growth and evolution, man. That's
Yes,
what we
sir.
like to hear. That's what we like to hear. So let's talk a little bit more about your brand and some of the things that you've done. So tell us about like your journey with the acoustic hip hop. Any performances you've done. What have you been doing around the city? Anything like that?
Got you. Man, I've gotten a chance, been flown out to California.
Nice.
So this is definitely more so in the CHH realm. For those who don't know what that is, Christian hip hop. Man, got to work with like Cannon. He's sort of like me in the sense that he raps fast. And then it's amazing. Got to speak like 3 different languages on the track. And
Oh, wow.
so that was super fun. Just being able to do that. And honestly, we just came back from California again, and there was like a poetry slam, and that place was packed.
Yeah.
So that was amazing. But honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to hit as many open mics as I can here in Raleigh and the Triangle, and just trying to get out there and talk about Bars Over Poverty and just love on people with this music. So that's what's going on
That's
with that.
dope, man. That's really, really dope. So with Bars Over Poverty, let's talk about the equipment a little bit, right? So
Okay.
I know you're acoustic guitar, right?
Yeah.
So what do you play? Are you a Fender guy? Like, give us the tech specs. Tell us a little bit about
Got
that.
you. So I do like Fenders. This is actually my backup guitar. Y'all,
Oh,
we're
really?
seeing y'all see. I know they probably can't see. But, you're like, where's that? Yeah. But yeah. So I do like Fender. I got an all black guitar. I love all black guitars, man. Like it's amazing. But I've just recently started using a loop pedal. So basically what that is you can play a lick or, you know what I'm saying, just strum for a little bit and then it'll loop it for you. And then just enable you to have more musicality. You can go back and add like little pretty licks in and little accents and things like that.
Gotcha.
You can beat on the guitar, make some percussion, you know what I'm saying, some things like
While
that.
still having the chord progression
Yes.
running in the background. Got you. Okay.
And
So how many languages do you know right now?
right now, Spanish and English are my two main ones. Spanish, super practical. Portuguese is sort of like Spanish, but that's probably my third strongest one after that. My pops is from Haiti.
Okay.
And so but my Creole is embarrassing. And so I'm gonna just throw that out there, to be honest with you.
Right.
But yeah, so those are my I would love to learn French through and through.
That was gonna be the next question.
I really want to learn French, yeah.
How did man? Because I tried learning a different language. I did learn Spanish for a little bit, but then honestly, it's like if you don't use it, you lost it.
Yeah.
And that's really what happened to me. I legit learned it, and the kind of work I was doing at the time, it helped a lot. And then I've removed from that job, and it kind of just went away because I had nobody to talk to. Right. So it's just interesting to me how people kind of learn. And I learned from half of being around in that environment, and half of I was actually doing Rosetta Stone.
Okay.
To actually, because I was like, if I'm going to be here, and I'm all about learning other cultures. So
That's it.
like for you, was it because you were in the culture, or is it because it's just how to?
I would say honestly, being in Texas is
very
full of
Yeah,
Spanish speaking people.
Yeah.
And I would say, just to add to what you were saying, like it's really about consistency, honestly, and consistency, and then just placing yourself in situations to where people don't speak English. So something about me that you guys probably don't know is I love soccer. Been playing since I was 4 years old, man. And in that culture and just in that environment, man, like people will have lived. I know people right now who have lived in North Carolina for like 22 years don't speak English. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like so they have like leagues that are sort of in the sticks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People like they have their
wanna
own
go.
community.
Right. I want to check that out. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they live, they don't have to because they built their own community and
That's
they
it.
sell and they
Yeah.
got their own economy, so they don't really have to speak English.
Truth be told, I'm gonna be honest, like their communities be so warming and welcoming, dog.
They really do.
Every
Yes.
time. Like all the Hispanic cultures that I've been to, from Mexican to Dominican to Puerto Rican, anytime they having a gathering I've been, it's like, come on in.
Yeah, bro.
Where you will play.
Yeah.
They, can I just say, they top tier parties all the time, though.
Bro.
Oh,
Their parties, first of all, you might not leave at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Right.
Like, they be partying.
They be
Yeah.
partying, and the food be bussing.
Yep.
You hear me? Like, good food from a good Mexican spot is good, but good food off a grill from a party from it,
Oh, bro, that's completely
vibe.
different.
Oh,
Yeah.
Different vibe.
Oh my
Completely different.
God. I'm like, y'all want me to go get something from the store? I feel like I ain't buying that.
Right.
Oh,
I need to contribute more.
Yo, and hey, I'm gonna geek out for a second.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
I'm gonna geek out. Yo,
Go
so
off.
man, I love people learn languages. You know what I'm saying? If people got questions, and I try to help out.
Okay.
I'll be like, Chris, how you say that? Yo, y'all go follow me on Duolingo.
real time.
Yeah, bro, I'll be on there like every day, man. I got a little streak going. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
it.
so yeah, get at
I'm
me.
about to get at you, dude, because I really want to get back into it.
Yeah,
yeah,
that'd
be dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
for
definitely
sure.
going. All right, bet. So
Yeah,
yes.
if y'all can get a hold of those novelas, which is basically the soap operas, you know what I'm saying? But like that help out too. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Yeah,
That's
just
a good point.
Oh,
Yeah.
soap operas or something?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
Yeah.
they'd be like, huh? What? Like, yeah, what the hell? Yeah. She did. Why can't she believe she did that to you?
Right.
It'd be
Right.
right. Yeah.
I
yeah.
grew up staying in my grandma's, after school,
Bruh.
staying at your grandma. You know,
Things
watch
about life.
Things about life.
Right.
Dog.
General Hospital.
General Hospital.
Like, and there was two that was competing when we were. It was like General Hospital or Young and the Restless. It was like
Yeah.
everybody grandma picked one of the two.
Bruh.
I can't remember which one was which.
I remember
Bruh.
the intro songs to
All of them. The saxophone in my head is going off right now.
Bro, it's a cultural thing, bro.
Right.
Because I heard my grandma be like, "Girl, I got to get off my story
Yeah,
coming on." Yeah, I'm like, "Oh,
I'll see what that old crazy Victor gonna do this week.
right,
Hey, I'm just sitting there with my grandma at 5, just like,
Right.
yeah,
let me get some of these goldfish too, grandma. You know what I'm saying?
right. You be,
What I'm watching, but
Right.
there.
you be in the corner and be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Is that Victor right?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, he do look crazy.
yeah, man.
Absolutely. So Now we're getting into another fun part of the program. This right here is 2 shots and 1, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get your opinion on some food spots in the area, right? Kind of pick your brain about what you like to eat. So I'm going to paint the picture for you, set the scene. So it's, long day. You've been on the road all day. You done sold out Bank of America Stadium. You done did the big performance there. Boom. Got signed for an after-hour spot. Went in there, perform. You done killed it for another 10,000. Now you headed back to the crib. You hungry. What's that one spot that's going to be like, yep, it's going to cap off an amazing, successful day. Yeah, I'm tired, but I'm going to plot to spot X
Okay.
for dinner. Where we going?
Shout out to Super Walk.
One time for the fun time.
Super Woke.
Super Walk.
Super Woke. That's how they spell, you know what I'm saying? Super Woke. Yeah, no, I love, I love Asian food in general. Love Asian food, man. But they got this orange beef. Oh my goodness. Like, it's absolutely amazing. You know how they got orange chicken usually at the Chinese spots? And they have simple, recipes, but it's the quality in the food that's like voila for me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so that's the place for me. I'm like, I'm going there to get this orange beef, and we gonna call it a night.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
I never had orange beef. That's orange chicken. I've never heard orange beef. That's different. I'm gonna try that one day.
Shout out to the homie Kendall. He the one who put me on to that. Yeah, because I was
Shout out to homie Kendall, whoever you are, Kendall. Shout out to you.
We love you. We love you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I was chicken.
Yeah.
It was chicken. You know. Like,
Yeah.
Lee, you was talking about a spot I still haven't tried it yet.
Which one?
The one where you said the crispy chicken thing or the spicy chicken. What you call it?
C&T Walk.
C&T Walk.
Huh?
Goodness gracious. It's a spot called C&T Walk. And they have this, they have a traditional Chinese menu. And one of the dishes.
Nah, hold on. Tell the story like you told.
Okay, so boom. So I'm at work one day. And new job, I was working. I'm in IT, so I'm working out there off Davis Drive. Boom, coworker was like, "It's this dope spot called C&T Walk, and they have authentic Chinese restaurant food, like the real stuff that you would get from China." All right, cool, so let's go try it out. So we go in there, cute little spot, you know what I'm saying? And we just sitting there, and I'm at the table full of strangers, right? Because I just met these people this week. They're my new coworkers.
Yeah.
And this guy, I'll never forget him. I ain't gonna shout his name out right now because he might be a little embarrassed, but I remember this man forever. He leaned over to me and he's telling me about the menu. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is good, this is good, this is good." He was like, "But this, you have to try it. This is Chongqing chicken." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, this is Chongqing chicken." I said, "Are you sure you're saying that right? Because I mean, you're in the service. You glad to be in the service. We're in the service. You feel what I'm talking about?" So I'm looking around like, he's like, yeah. So the waitress comes over. And he says, "Yeah, let me get an order of Chongqing chicken." And she looks at him and says, "Okay, cool." And I was like, "Oh, snap. All right, well, let me try it." Let me tell y'all something right here, right now. That is the best Chinese dish I have ever had. Now, it is incredibly spicy. It's hot. Basically, it's like fried chicken thighs that's cooked in chili oil, whole chilies, fresh chilies, and with like bamboo sprouts and all this stuff, right? It's amazing. It's amazing, but it's hot. Get the boneless. Please don't get the bone in because that's a whole nother story. But I went home one day and told my wife about it. I was like, "Hey, and then we had this delivery service at work where they would deliver you food. C&T Watt was on there. So I brought it home one day and my wife ate some. She was like, "What is this?" I said, "Chongqing chicken." I'm just walking to work. She was like, "You can't say that. You can't be doing that." I said, "Hold on, cuz, look. Look, I got the approval. Like, that's what it's called." Right. She did not believe me to say that. So then we go in there one day. Fast forward about a month, we go in there one day. And she looking at me and I'm looking at her. She know what time it is. "Let me get the Chongqing chicken." And I looked at her and then, because she was like, so she's looking at the waitress and the waitress is looking at her and I'm looking at both of them and the waitress was like, "Okay, cool." And I looked at her like, "Told you."
It's on the menu. They call it.
That's literally, but the menu is in Chinese. So you can't read it. You see what I'm getting at?
Wow.
So that was the story behind that. And one day I felt so bad about it. I asked the waitress again, "Are you sure I'm saying this right?" She was like, "Yeah, that's what it's called." And I know it's true because then a few years later at my current job, one of my coworkers is from Asia. And I asked him about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah." And he gave me another piece of detail. He was like, "Actually, it's a traditional dish and they cook it in this giant wok. Like the wok is the size of a small trampoline.
Oh, wow.
They normally cook it all day. So it's one of those things they dump all the ingredients in, just cook it all day. And then you just go in and eat it." So I learned a lot about that dish. Shout out to C&T Wok. But it is spicy. And now, my body isn't as comfortable with spicy food anymore. So I haven't had it in a while.
Oh, man.
But if you find yourself over there in Morrisville,
So make you sweat.
Oh yeah.
You gonna sweat.
Oh yeah.
Just give me some rice. I'll be good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the
Right, right.
Yeah, and it comes on a bed of white rice. The rice is
Just give me
amazing.
some rice. I'm
But if
good.
you eat it too fast, you're gonna be laying on the floor in front of your family. It's happening right now.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's pretty catchy. That might be my new single, though.
That's
Oh,
it.
Chung Ching. Hey, I don't know.
Your family. Shout out to CNT Walk, man. So that was dope. All right, boom. So back to 2 shots and 1. Second question is, what's your favorite brunch spot?
Brunch spot?
Yeah.
I'd have to go with, my goodness, First Watch and Carrie.
Everybody,
Everybody says that.
Oh, for real?
You're like the 5th person.
Bruh, man, they do what they do.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
they-
I
Yeah,
wanna work. Like I just said, I've never been, so I'm gonna have to make it a
Oh, man, you got to do that tomorrow morning.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Chris gave you a assignment.
Right.
I need to see you there at 10 a.m. Eastern.
I'll
You
be
hear
at the
me?
table.
Oh, there you go. Hey, there, come on.
Already on the drink.
Right. And again, it's the same thing with the woke
With the
woke.
woke.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not that they're doing anything that's like extravagant. It's
Exactly. The
that they're-
execution.
It's the execution, the excellence in the food, Brandon.
Right.
I mean, that could preach, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all it is.
That's how I feel. That's my theory on people like with how McDonald's is so successful. It's not that it's the greatest food ever. And not saying that First Watch or Super Woke it doesn't have great food, but just being consistent gets you where you need to be because people know what they're getting. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm here. I need to grab something. Let me just grab this burger and fries.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not great, but I know what it.
But
what
you know
what you gonna pay
it's
for.
consistent and it's great.
Mhm.
right. Exactly.
Like it's
But that's the biggest thing about being of especially in food. You got to be consistent. You can't
Yeah.
be hitting one day and the next day I got the same order and it ain't hitting.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, man, what's going on?
what's
Yeah.
going on in the bite.
Yeah. That's the difference. I feel like that's the difference between a good restaurant and an excellent restaurant.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because the
That's
first time, because it's happened like that with me and just, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, we'll go and it's like, yo, we got to go back there. That was absolutely amazing. We go and it's like, yo, y'all switched up. Y'all
Right.
switched up chefs. 'Cause
Like a bad
y'all-
Somebody's
relationship.
best. Yeah.
Like, what happened?
It's all me. There ain't what happened. They pulled that meat out the chitlin bucket. That's a great callback.
That's a great callback.
Hey, look, the hydrant, they was out of the thigh, so they had to go down the street and they put the chicken in this chitlin bucket.
Bruh.
It's gonna be all right.
I'm
Though.
gonna tell you something right now. If I order some chicken somewhere and they slide chickens in there, I'm going across the table. It's about to be some problem.
Yeah, athletic Aaron Donald.
I'm going across the table.
Aaron Donald.
I ain't leaving no chickens in my stuff and then call it chicken.
Oh
Ain't no
my
plate
God.
like that.
Nah, that. Yeah, you might have to put the lungs up. Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna have to.
Sorry.
Back to the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, you. Once you finished with that soon, okay, you gonna have to see me out.
Yeah.
Step outside for
You got to see me.
what you say, Chris? And I'm not hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know I'll be at. I'm
Yeah.
not hard to find.
That's it.
I went to a seafood spot one time, and I'm not a big scallops person.
Oh, look.
And on the platter I ordered, it has scallops, and I said, "Hey, can I just have no scallops and maybe just give me extra shrimp if it's an upcharge or whatever?" They're like, "Yeah, cool." So the plate come out, it has scallops on it.
Mm.
I'm not a person that argue. You know, people make mistakes. It's
Yeah.
cool. I'm understanding. I said, "Hey, I requested scallops shrimp instead of scallops." He looked at the scallops and said, "Oh, those aren't scallops." Right, and I'm looking.
Are you trying to?
And I'm looking at the waiter. I'm just like, okay, don't worry about it. I was like, okay, I see this ain't the person I need to have a conversation with. Because you can't even identify the food you brought out.
Right.
So I was like, and honestly, he was just breaking it out. So I just waited for my waiter. But it was just, I'm like, wait, these ain't scallops. Then what are they then?
Really?
I was like, what would you identify?
These
this as?
white hockey pucks.
And
What is it?
and I'm really adamant about not giving waiters and waitresses a hard time. So
Me
when I
too.
said
They
that,
got
I
a
just-
hard
like,
time.
yeah. And generally half the time, as long as you communicate like, hey, the kitchen's running back late,
That's
stuff
real,
like that,
yeah.
I'm cool. I understand. It ain't your fault. I appreciate you communicating with me, everything.
That's it.
So when he said, I'm just like, all right, let me get my regular rating back because he was just pushing the food out.
Man,
Yeah.
doing his job, bro.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, all right. Ready to say, I said, hey, she was like, they bring you scallops? I was like, yeah, it's no biggie. I was like, can you just give me shrimp? And she brought me some, and he was like, oh, you didn't want the extra shrimp I gave you? I said,
Sir.
my man.
Leave this alone, sir.
I let you live, man. I let you live. I let you walk away, everything. I let you live. You can't bad. You can't bad, bro. I let you live.
Oh.
I said, bro, those won't shrimp, dog. Like I don't know. Like, and I feel like it's no,
And they don't even look.
there's no non-rule player, smart ass way not to say what I was about to say.
Right.
Right. I'm like, I don't know how to say this, but I say like, dog, this ain't shrimp. These are scallops.
See what you have here.
Right.
See this right here. This is a scallop.
Yeah.
Scallops.
See what you want.
Bro, when I said he said it with a dead
It's
straight
shrimp.
face too. Nah, these are shrimp. I said, okay. You know, There's no reason to carry that conversation.
No, because your comprehension.
Yeah, we on the same page. It's all good.
Right.
Right. It's
That's-
all good.
Bro, I've gotten very used to saying, "Oh, okay,
It's
Yeah.
man, dog.
yeah, oh, okay." It saved me a lot of headache. Bro.
A lot of
Right now.
energy.
Let me tell you right now, nothing else I learned in the past about 3-4 years. It is trying to be right all the time, prove you right. It
For
ain't
what?
worth it.
For what?
It ain't even worth it to a lot of people. It ain't worth it. Just to say I told you so, now say it again. I was right. Like, it takes so much energy. It's all good. You stay right there. It's all right. Be blessed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
For real, man.
Everyone, you enjoy that.
Yeah, you enjoyed it. You know
You
what?
enjoyed it.
So when he did, as soon as we said,
That man came back. He circled
he
back to the
circled
table,
back.
looked at a scallop, bruh,
Yeah.
and said, "Oh, you ain't like the extra shrimp I gave you."
Right. I said, the extra shrimp. I said, where? I was like, when he came back, I said, what extra shrimp? He's like,
Was
was
it-
right there.
Was it fried?
No, it was not.
I was gonna try to give
It
him
was
some
You
slaves.
go try to get him like
I
I tried to help you out, boy.
No, it was not. It was.
I could imagine us being me and Chris looking at each other like, "Yo, your man swap."
Yo,
I felt like I think I heard it right.
Cause sir, that is not a
Right.
shrimp. Oh, that's funny. To
It
me.
was wild, bro. I was like, okay, it's all good. Yeah, I got justified. It was just him circling back. I'm like, bro, it's all good. I got it fits with the person I did to talk to.
yeah,
And that's
You
another
good.
thing too. Sometimes you gotta know when to escalate. Right?
yeah.
You clearly aren't the person that has the ability to get this accomplished. And that's what you have to do. Let's just go to the person with
Mhm.
the authority, right? Can I speak to the boss? I need to, you know, because I appreciate you, good brother, for this and that, but
Mm-hmm.
clearly there's a gap
Mhm.
between
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get accomplished and what
Yes.
you're able to accomplish. So let's
Yes.
just
Who has the correct skill set to fix my problem?
Right.
Because it's
Bingo.
obviously
right
Right.
because the evidence suggests
right. That's it. That's all I'm
the
saying.
evidence suggests that you're
Yeah.
not that person.
You haven't watched Nat
Yeah.
Geo enough. That would have suggested.
Yeah.
You ain't watched Nat Geo enough. You ain't watched the
So you
Little
said
Mermaid.
they had a-
You ain't do nothing.
Bruh.
Nothing.
You saying my man that had a yellow rectangle in the bottom right corner?
No.
He wasn't watching enough PBS Saturday morning.
No,
No,
no.
when he
Oh, none of that.
Zoonotic,
Oh,
Zoonotic,
not reading Rainbow.
LeVar Burton with the flat top, none of that.
None of that. You had none of that.
That joint is hilarious, bro.
But the straight face is what killed me. I'm just like,
That's how you know.
I was like, that man believes this. It's all right.
Thought he was
Let's go.
right.
There's certain people I don't argue. Like, okay, so this is a take I have. I do not argue with people who are fans of Allen Iverson. This is a rule of mine. The reason why is because it's like, okay, Allen Iverson and fans of Tupac. And the reason why I say that is
Wait. You said you don't argue with people who are fans of Tupac?
or Allen Iverson.
Okay.
Because you can't argue love. Their fans love them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the numbers, it ain't
Okay.
about the stats, it's about how they feel.
That is true.
Mm.
That is true.
So when you talk about somebody like Allen Iverson in basketball, where he's plays, don't argue with nobody who's a big Allen Iverson fan. And I'm not saying where he ain't great, but you can't argue love with somebody who's a
You
pure
fuck
Allen
like that
Iverson.
that's going to try to convince you that Allen Iverson should have won that finals against the Lakers single-handedly, but a bad call. You're talking about that person.
Yeah, the person
Who's
who's
going to reach.
that ride hard for Allen Iverson and Tupac because they have these cult-like followings. Like
Yeah.
Ocean has the same kind of talent.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Talk about
yeah,
that, boy.
Tyler
yeah.
Creator does too.
Oh, my God.
You don't argue love with people.
Right.
That's why
That's the bar right there.
You don't argue. I
You
don't.
understand how many back and forths I've been into behind Frank Ocean, though?
And I like some of his music.
If
I don't like his
Frank
great album.
Ocean would have dropped them albums, but he was anybody else, nobody would know who Frank Ocean is.
You like
Nobody.
Somebody about to
Yeah.
come at you.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get hit, dog. But it happens every time. And like even with the more popular, the Biggie Tupac thing, right? Like one of the things I always tell people is, I think that when I have the discussion, I'm talking about technical, lyrical accuracy alongside
Okay.
production.
Yeah.
Right? What they're talking about is Tupac the persona,
Mm-hmm.
the man who was in Poetic Justice, the man who was on a different world, the actor / rapper.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
But when you sit here and tell me that Pac is about to out-rap Biggie,
Huh.
absolutely not. You have lost your
I
mind.
love Pac. I absolutely love Pac. But that's not gonna happen.
Listen,
But
bro.
again, you can't argue love, bro.
You not listening.
I know
You-
people Tupac
Because
fans.
people like Tupac because of how he looked.
Yeah.
Biggie had bars talking about he understands that I'm at a physical disadvantage, fat and ugly as ever. However, I stayed coochie down to the stocks. Like the
Bruh.
pictures that dude could paint with
The
his
story-
words.
That's a gift. Yeah.
And the second thing I always said, I'm gonna leave this alone. If you took the long vowel sound E out of the alphabet, Tupac wouldn't have even been a rapper. He in the
Oh.
E for my in the
yeah.
If you just took that out,
It's a rap.
I'm done.
Yo.
The only thing he'd have is how do you want it? Outside of that, You take them E's out, bro, he popped.
So
You right.
this is a pivot.
Right.
This is still. I know, boy. Wait, boy.
Okay, so we back. What's your favorite pizza topping?
No. Forget that. Since we on this topic, I want to know.
Look.
What's your favorite? You know, because you're in the industry. Who the people you listen to right now? Who's some of the favorite
Bro,
artists you like?
So like I'm more of an old school type dude. Like now it's old school, but like I love Lauryn Hill. You know what I'm saying? See the influences. I'm a definitely like Andre 3000.
Three stacks.
Three
So
stacks.
again, so like when I immediately, you know what I'm saying, can relate to when we talking about something technical. I'm not talking about branding. Like I'm not talking about you've executed your branding so well that it's like, oh, we just love the picture that you paint of this character. I don't care about that. I'm less more of that and more so like, what are you saying? Your technical ability and like, yo, are you actually saying anything at all? Like, you know what I mean? And so
See, I'm kind of like that with music overall. I'm a bit just. I enjoy seeing people create.
oh for sure.
So I appreciate people barring it up all the time. Like Andre 3000 on what's the name of the song? That
Miles over back there.
No, you ain't a hater, can't tell. Either wish me well, go to hell or go to yell. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Study human relations. So you the boss like barring them up.
One of the most disrespected legends that nobody talks about.
Right.
Like, even
Barring
if you
up.
think about, like, so, like, the first line that comes to my mind when I think about, well, two things. I get to the second one in a moment, but the first thing that comes to my mind was in Bombs Over Baghdad when that brother said, we are sitting in a drop top, soaking wet, in a silk suit, trying not to sweat. What?
He is in a different place, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
but
he in a
some
different
people
place.
be like, oh, that's corny because you already went. Like, no, you missed the point. What he's saying is I spent all this time trying to look a certain way, but I ignored the obvious. And now what I was trying to get to, I'll never get to it because it's raining.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
How much that's what we're trying to think. But the average can be like, well, it ain't that clever because if he went anyway, it ain't about that, bro. I
Bro.
spent all this time. Why he got a suit in the drop top? Clearly he want to look good.
Yeah.
Clearly he trying to. I'm trying to do this for y'all, but I ain't even thinking to look at the weather. And now we sitting in a drop top, soaking wet, in a silk suit, trying not to sweat. Like,
He's a bar.
Come on, bro.
I
Bruh.
appreciate the boring rap. I appreciate the fun rap. I appreciate beats and challenges that challenge each other. Like I'm a big Smino fan.
Okay.
Smino music, like it has different vibes and beats, and they challenge each other that are dope to me. So like that's why I think hip hop and rap all together is just create. It's just creative. It's just
It's very
creativity.
creative.
Like you, acoustic rapping. Like I love that space too.
Yeah.
I love all different spaces of music, but just because of the creativity, I'm like, what? Let me see how this person gonna do this.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
exactly.
And I love what you said about Smino, and I love the fact, you know what I'm saying, just Outkast in general. When you had Outkast, you had the Fugees, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Coast Contra.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Bro, dudes are nasty, bro.
Yeah.
They remind me, they have so much resemblance to me, sort of like a new age, like Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? I love when people don't reduplicate somebody else's success, you know what I mean? And then they just find out who they are and run with that, you know what I
Just
mean?
go with that.
And I love seeing that. So yeah.
I do, but I think like Young Thug, even though he took basically one of Wayne's flows and like all the time,
Yeah.
he like, yeah, that's fine, that works.
Listen, man,
It
sometimes,
worked for me.
sometimes it just sounds good.
Yeah, good.
He might not be talking about nothing, but it just sounds good.
Yeah.
Like,
And then like the Rick Ross luxury rap that he does now, I enjoy that a lot.
let me tell you something.
the luxury
I
rap
am
that
a
Rick Ross does. I feel like,
Gross.
man, I should be driving on Sing Road on the coast with the drop top down,
bro,
with 3 buttons unbuttoned on top, just flowing.
bro. Big beard, chest out,
Right.
big glasses, diamonds. Like I'm a humongous Ross fan.
Yeah.
Like the whole, because even if you look at what he did when he was doing Maybach music, nobody was doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Before his
He's
time.
literally bringing opulence to your speakers. And he's telling you about this life that you aspire to live and how you can do it and how we got there. And he can do a little bit of both. He talked to his experiences. He talked about the street stuff, but he's also talking about this other stuff and he barring you up.
Yeah.
You go back and listen to Devil in a New Dress. You go back and listen to Mastermind album. You go back and listen to Teflon
Who's
Don.
Lie.
Bro, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah. Speaking of that, I got this question for both of y'all. This is just something I've been thinking about, and just something I came up with as far as music. Back in like say late 90s, early 2000s versus let's say from 2008 to now or something. I feel like rappers work better together than they did in the 90s and 2000s as far as like when they got on the track together. Like back then when they got on the track together, it was like, oh, we know they're just two guys rapping it's gonna be his verse, their verse, and then some chorus in the middle. Where now when you see like Drake and Rick Ross on the track, or Drake and Wayne, or Future and Rick Ross, like it sounds like they're a group when they're making a song
Right.
together. Like the way it goes, and I just feel like they work better together. I want y'all thoughts on it because I feel like they do. When you hear like Drake and Future on the track together, or Rick Ross and Jay-Z on the track together, or Kanye and Big Sean and Dre, all these guys, all the top tier guys, they work together. If
Right.
they make a song together, it sounds like they're a rap duo versus back in Fatty Girls like FUBU. I mean, like you hear all the rapping, but it was just like them rapping.
Cohesion isn't
The cohesion
Right.
is.
yeah.
So here's what I'll say about that.
Okay.
This is my opinion now. How I think
Yeah.
it could have gone. I'm not saying it has gone like that, but I think for me personally, like if somebody wants me to get, hey bro, like I got this dude, you know what I'm saying? He's super dope. We got to get you on a track with him. You know what I'm saying? We can get some money out of it, because it's all about the green at the end of the day in that, you know what I'm saying, in that realm. And so if they know if you popping right now, hey, we can make a song together and we could, you know what I'm saying, bring our fan base together and get it. I feel like, but if you don't have that relationship in between, it's sort of like we just doing like sort of numbers, bro. Like, look, I'm gonna do this verse, bro. Like, I don't care if you like it or not, but you already know what the goal is. Whereas I feel like possibly like today, the circles that you're talking about, like they have a relationship.
That's it.
True.
They all
run in,
They all run the
Hey, we about to hit the studio and we going to party after this, bro. Like I know you, bro. Like we've been talking. Like
That's it.
it's like because this is how I feel about it. I feel like you should have a relationship with a person. You know what I'm saying? Because the music becomes like basically the icing on top of the cake. Right. You know what I'm saying? It makes it that much better, like that much more.
That
sweet.
becomes art because y'all working together on the creative together.
Yeah, it's not just a contract. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
And so that could possibly, you know what I'm saying, have affected how things were in the past.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's what it was because it was kind of a 90s to early 2000s was a rat race for rap a lot, where all these people coming out and everybody had their little lane, and everybody, had their posse, so it's like multiple. It felt like multiple kingdoms instead of one whole kingdom. Everybody in their own region. So it's just like the kingdom of LL or the kingdom of Jay-Z. Because even if Jay-Z included that too, like he's actually including both.
Yeah.
Because back then when he was rapping with people, it didn't sound cohesive. Then now with like when he's on with Ross and Ye and all them and Drake, it sounds like like you said, like a real cohesive.
It's a project.
Yeah, and I also think that what plays into that is what you guys said, it's the relationship and the fact that they have social media and they can connect. You can have an entire conversation with someone and get to know somebody virtually before you even get on a plane to meet them. Back then, it was like, well, we physically got to go to the studio.
Yeah, it's the industry too.
Like now, you make a beat, you know what I'm saying? I can make a beat right here in Durham, send it to Atlanta, get it mixed and mastered, then they'll send it to LA, and Chains is in LA, so Chains gonna be on LA, then they're gonna send it to Houston because Tip is in Houston, then they're gonna send it to Miami because that's what Ross is, they're gonna send it right back to me, and all of that can happen in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
If you want to do that in 92, the coordination and cohesion, and then you got these little nicks along the way. Somebody's flight was delayed. Somebody baby mama wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And now by the time they get together,
And they got
the movie's
favorite
already
people with
spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, then now the movie
All of them.
spoiled.
Yeah.
But
All
now,
of 'em.
you know what I'm saying? You 2 Chainz, bro. You could be at the crib playing Madden and be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna lay down 3 verses, bing, 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 and you right back in there by 3 o'clock eating curry chicken.
That's one of my
Like,
favorite rappers too. I ain't gonna lie.
oh yeah, Chainz, catch up to my campaign, Cooper Color of Mayonnaise.
Right,
Boy,
Color of Mayonnaise.
boy.
I'm drinking high at the same
At the
time,
same time.
drinking champagne on an airplane. What?
Come on, boy. Push even said Chainz had the best verse.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah,
And it was clear, like
Right.
that Chainz went off. Chainz went off. We still on 2 shots and 1?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that was it. That concludes 2 shots and 1.
Okay,
We got 3 questions left.
do you listen to Chop and Screw since you're from Texas?
I did when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
listen
did.
to it, so
You still listen to it?
Yeah, I like Chop.
I'm gonna tell you what I listened to. Chop
That's
and Screw
crazy.
most recently. It was Thundercat, Lava Lamp.
Okay.
They got a Chop and Screw version that works.
Oh, I got to check that out.
It
I
It's
like
crazy
Chop.
what would actually work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You don't think about it. Then when they was like,
Yeah.
hit, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy because, Juvenile didn't want to drop back that ass up.
He did.
You ain't heard that story?
I hear this one.
So Juvenile, and this is something I read, so somebody Google it. I'm going off memory, but I think that when it first came out, the problem was Manny Fresh went to Juvenile. I was like, I got this beat, and they were like, but no, it sounds too much like Louisiana house music, right? The local thing, and they were like, I'm concerned about a national sound. They're like, oh, let's just do it anyway, and it ended up being one of the cultural classics, a song that they didn't even want to release.
I'm gonna be honest. That's funny because every time you see them, all I think is Louisiana. Like they, and I love it. I love
that was the concern. They thought it was too local. I thought it was too regionalized.
Yeah.
But it's a legendary song, just like with the Chopped and Screw stuff, right? That's what they do in Texas.
I love.
But then when that stuff was coming out in the early 2000s, I was getting to it. I was like, oh yeah, this is it right here, though.
Swisher House. Yeah.
Swisher House. I remember we get mad, but yeah, when Texas was really booming out, when Mike Jones and all them came out. But
Who?
Mike.
And then
That man right there.
that man right there, you talk about promoting, self promotion. I still don't know that number. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that man number, you know what I'm
That
saying?
was the top 20 second verse of all time.
Right.
That still tipping second
Mike
verse.
Jones, Mike Jones, one and only. You
That
can't
dude-
call me.
That dude went on that joint and went
Oh,
all.
That
right.
man.
I'm big on, especially, back in the early 2000s, the South really won't get in there. Dude, and I'm big on representing South music. 'Cause,
Yeah.
we're from the South, and everything was out of New York and LA. Really.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Really nothing else. You might get some Miami a little bit.
But that was
Outside-
95 cent. That was a whole different
Right.
But
And my-
ATL,
Yeah.
blew up. Like, what up,
big.
Oh, when ATL blew up, that's when everything started changing. Like, it was like, the South for real. Like, cause man, I got
Who was the first person to say it? 3 Stacks.
3 Stacks.
The
See,
South
y'all
got
just-
something to say,
South
dog.
got something to say. Now everybody sounded like the South, and they ain't gonna never let go. To be honest,
That's it.
like most of New York, not most, a lot of New York rappers and North rappers sound like they from the
The
South.
next
I've
wave.
seen that. I've been like,
Right?
Yeah, like, bro, you ain't from down
Where
here.
you
though.
from? Like, you sounded like us.
But they used to
Yeah.
ask us the same questions. Back in 20 years ago in the 90s, 30 years ago in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? You go to New York, and there's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, we from up top. Now we running the show.
Right. And I appreciate class New York. Like,
Yeah,
Young
me
and
too. I
Matt,
do
when she
too.
came out, I was like, oh yeah, they gives me that gritty New York feel again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
ain't
love-
nothing like some good dusty New York rap.
Right. I'm
Dusty
about
New York rap.
culture music. Like I really like local, like the feel like, oh, that's the energy they got there. Let me see what they hear
Yeah.
about. I love all of that. So that's why I heard like Young and May is dope. Or like I remember when 3 6 when I first heard 3 6 Mafia.
oh my God.
Who wrote it? Me? I was like, oh, I
Bruh.
they look just like that. Right here in my hood.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, right, dude, looking like a Selma. Right. He from Wilson, North Carolina. I seen you in Ashano.
Bro.
Like, it was just so relatable to me. I was like, oh, man, these cats are doing it. Like, man, such a big 3 6, big Trick Daddy fan, Outkast.
Trick Daddy.
My uncle from Maryland is the hugest Scarface fan in the world. Like, he's more than that. And it's just that I call it classic Southern rap before we blew up. Before pre-crunk era, that's why I say pre-crunk era. Because when the crunk era, that's when I think
Yeah, the crunk era.
exploded.
Shout out to Lil
And it was
Jon.
a
That's a
rap.
whole nother thing we got in store.
Yep. Yep.
That was a whole nother movement. Then the snap movement right behind it. It was
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Slaves,
Yeah,
right.
right. That man, I'm a historian of how the South rise.
Right.
Just like, man, do you remember, what's his name? His name was Magic. ATLANTAGA is where I stay all day.
Bro.
Man,
Oh, the memory.
left, you know,
Yeah. And all them.
Oh, like classic rap. They were doing it before, but nobody was really paying attention to the South, and they were just consistent.
Yeah.
And like I always appreciate those guys because they were representing me
Yeah.
as a child.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Because no internet, no social media. It's like Wilson, North Carolina. All the rappers coming from New York or LA.
Yeah.
You
Look like
might
me,
get a
I'm saying,
circle of DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I got mixed up with that a little bit because the thing, like when I was in high school,
Mhm.
I used to listen to Black Star. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Oh, come on.
I used to like as a rapper from the South. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I was attracted to lyricism.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So for me, like when because Tip is mad lyrical, but he still got his draw.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? What's my guy's name?
Love
Like.
Tip.
Yeah, I love Tip. This dude, so he reminds, I can't think of his name right now, but you gonna know him.
Yeah.
He sounds a little bit like 3 Stacks, but he's
You talking about JID? No, he's
no, they built. That's no, not that.
He sound like Kendrick though more than me.
Kendrick dope too. No, but this person right here, he is, I think he's from Mississippi.
You talking about David Banner? No,
Nah, not David Banner, bro. This dude is a monster. I believe he's from Mississippi. He got a song. He said, got that from Texas. What'd he say?
I think I know exactly what the name is.
He got braids, like they go down like to the side. What's my guy's name, bro?
I'm blanking on it.
I'm blanking
Super.
on it hard.
But he got some like a bluesy sound, you know what I'm saying? Like and it's classy, bro.
Oh, I gotta think of it. I'm bugging. Somebody watching this right now yelling at us.
I don't know. Big Crit. That's who it is.
Crit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I rock with Big Crit.
I was looking at the album cover, the purple.
Bro.
one. I was looking at it.
I
like,
know angels will fly up.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bruh, like I seen, man, that dude right there.
Yeah, Big
That's
Crit.
like that's right.
like
That's my lane right
Yeah.
there. I was like, bro.
He was like, that's the one right there.
Yep. Because he took the lyricism, you know what I'm saying, and then just sort of kept his southernness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Just
Just
like-
made it his own.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Man, like I was telling them earlier, lately I've been listening to a lot of Gold Link from DC.
You go.
Oh yeah, go.
Gold Link, yeah. I love his music. It's actually even the latest album.
Fresh. It's like real.
Fresh, yeah. And that's
Yeah.
what he kind of did. Like he got rappers from Europe, like London and stuff. Some black rappers from there. And honestly, at first I didn't know it was gonna work for me because I've heard people from London rap before, and the,
Got
and
that
the
accent.
accent
Yeah,
got
throw you off.
it threw me off at first.
Yeah.
But it works on his
Yeah.
album, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and the beat he got him riding to, it's
Right.
like,
It's like that.
it's tough.
And they got their, they also got their own movement over there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
what is it? What is it called though? I can't.
That drill movement.
Drill.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
drill started in Chicago, I think.
Really?
Really? With the New York and now with the London cats. Now I ain't going front. The British accent bothers me in rap, but it does sound good on drill. But I don't like drill beats. Like I don't like the elongated triplet. I don't like. I just don't like it. Like it's not my thing, but everything ain't for me. And I've heard some drill joints that I do rock with, but like as a genre,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
it just ain't for me. But
You're
that's
not gonna
all right.
have a whole drill. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. I'm gonna have 3 or 4 Jones, but
Playlists, yeah.
right. But like the
Yeah.
whole joint, that really ain't for me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy, man. That's
Ain't
crazy.
it? Ain't it? Oh, shout out
Yeah.
to Crit.
shout out to all the movements, man. All the local artists.
I know, right? We don't like
Yeah,
a quick history of hip hop for y'all right quick.
Shout out to the Bay. Shout out to the LA. Shout out to Ted.
Oh,
all
I
that.
can't have this.
Man,
Like,
shout
I
out-
had now mentioned. But shout out to E40, dog.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh man, we almost left a legend now. Oh my bad. E40, we out here. For
And let's not forget, since we're here in North Carolina, shout out to Knife One and Jamila Records.
Yeah.
For
Amen.
real.
to
That was
that.
nice.
Big fan of
Amen to
Little
that.
a lot of
Little brother.
Come on, man.
That was the album of the year 2 years ago, and
Little brother.
I stand on that, bro.
Bro, I was in Alaska listening, bro. I was
Yeah,
in the
that made
military
the little
listening to Little Brother. Even before I got here, bro. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that made
Little
the
Brother.
little
That is how
Great.
I was introduced to Drake, was because of Little Brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Drake used to work with them a lot before he became, Drake. So it just came off. I was telling them the story. I hit up my homegirl one day. This is in college. She went to A&T. I was in Winston. And I said, hey, what y'all getting into tonight? And she was like, we're going to Central. I was like, what? She's like, Drake and Little Brother perform. I'm like, I heard Little Brother. I'm like, but who Drake? She was like, and she was telling me about it. I'm like, word. So I didn't make it out to that one. But then, I started checking out. She started letting me get some of his music. And that's how I found out about Drake, because of Little Brother.
Mhm.
And it's just, Little Brother said a lot of foundation work with a lot of people. The Oh, I See Now song with Kanye, I don't know if you're familiar with that one, or the track they got with Lil Wayne. It's just like, they really, well, shout out Petey Pablo, of course, before them, then Little Brother, then Cole just
That's-
took it to a whole other place.
And
And
that's
then
it.
Rhapsody, but anyway, I'm sorry. I'm talking about North
I know.
Carolina.
No, you good. No, you good. Because this goes right into that.
Yeah.
Like, so funny enough, the track that I'm gonna hopefully be able to perform for you guys, like, came off of it was inspired by Little Brother.
Okay.
And so from Ninth Wonder, they got a joint called, what is it? Where You Gonna Hide?
Uh-huh.
Where You Gonna Hide? Like, super dope trap,
Yeah.
man. But yeah. They definitely inspired this joint. You know what I'm saying? It sounds
That's dope,
completely
man.
different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah, Little Brother and their sounds and beats that they did together, man.
Exactly, bro.
Just the soulfulness of it, the skits and their albums in between.
Oh man, you watch it. Because I was watching UPN with the song. When I was a kid, I was like, favorite.
What's Lil
Girl.
Brother?
Well played.
Like,
Right. I was like, oh,
They are talking to me. They live the same life I live.
right.
Here in North Carolina, and them brothers made it.
Right. That's why I see, like, with Knife One and his whole Jamila record, like, Rhapsody's from my part of the woods. She's 252. And just, I remember the first time I heard her was on an artist that used to be on the label called TP. And TP had an EP called TP Is My Hero.
Okay.
And Rhapsody was up there. And that's how I found Rhapsody. And then I followed her. And then when she dropped that Crown album, I was like, oh,
Never turning back.
it's a wrap for everybody. It's a wrap. And that's all she went from there, dog.
She gone.
She gone.
All right,
And
she
so
gone.
After that, it was a wrap, dog.
She gonna be hard to find because she in orbit.
Yeah.
She gonna be hard to find.
She was
We
killed.
know where she at, but she gonna be hard to find.
Right.
Yep.
I even do like yeah, man. Some of the I've met a lot of people off their label. Actual Proof, Enigma.
Mhm.
Like shout out to them as well. They're good. They got a lot of artists. Like if y'all never heard of Jamila Records, that's local. Check them out for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
Super talented.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we here with the homie Chris Noel. And now we get into the best part of the show, good people, the part that everybody loves. BPE, big positive energy. So
Right.
this is how we gonna play it, player.
Yep.
We're gonna give you the control of the show for 60 seconds. So you're gonna take this time to shout out anything that you're proud of, anything that you're happy about, anything you want to brag about. Sometimes you gotta pat yourself on the back, right?
Okay.
You gotta sit back and reflect. So we're gonna give the show to you and we're gonna be a hype man. So We call this segment Big Positive Energy, BPE. We here with the homie Chris Noel. We turn it over to you, bro. What you got for us?
Oh, first and foremost, I want to give a humongous shout out to my fiance.
Hey.
Fiance.
I know that's
Hey.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Fiance for graduating from Emory with her master's. Man. So I'm super excited about that. I am super excited about. I just transferred over into a new career field. Now doing cybersecurity. So
Congratulations.
It took me a long time to get there, but we here now. You know what I mean? Also, just with this music just continuing to push through and trying to love on people with it, and just go in the direction that I want to and not what people have laid out. And so I'm thoroughly happy about that as well. Just happy about meeting you guys. Just a whole bunch of people.
Here,
Good people,
man.
good hearts.
People.
It's
Yeah.
good to see people like lifting each other up. You know what I'm saying? Like with positivity and not so much, you know what I'm saying? Well, if you thriving, that means I can't thrive and and stuff like that. And so those are the things that I'm proud of and happy about.
That's great, bro. That's great because if we can do nothing else, we're gonna uplift other people and we're gonna get these jokes off. That's BPE. Good.
Straight
people.
up.
Straight like that. So up next, what we have for y'all, something real special. We're gonna have this acoustic performance
By who?
right now. By who?
Who doing that?
Who doing that?
At who?
Brother said that he ain't hard to find.
Oh, I ain't hard to find. So what it is
What it is?
no, it's gonna be who is Chris Noel, all one word.
That's it.
Who is KRISNOEL, just like Christmas. You can also look up Bars Over Poverty. These are all on IG. Bars with a Z, BARZ, OVER, POVERTY, and it's just like that.
That's straight like that. So up next, good people, we about to bless y'all ears with something special. Chris Noel, let's get it popping.
Yeah. Hey. Trust is like stolen cars. It's hard to get it back without some damage. Stay close to the holy phantom to keep my demons in the panic. Hey. Out of control like trains popping off the rails. Me and my pride alliance move discreet like bloodhounds on the trail. We probably got different perspectives when it comes to describing the L. Can't teach my son to slip a jab if I'm shackled down in the cell. My actions tethered to the will of God without restraint. Cannon full of scripture, aiming to blow your spirit out the frame. Hard to relate to some of my homies on the block chasing their memories. They don't understand the concept of grown man responsibilities. You call me a villain, but trade your hot rod for a lemon. Sticking to moving through these women. Give you shivers like Eddie Sheeran. I got a daughter now. I teach her to wear her crown like Nefertiti. And to watch out for these bozos. Tell my son don't expect no freebies. Son, grind for what you want, but be careful not to become greedy. Then enjoy the fruits of your labor on a beach somewhere in Fiji.
So where you gonna hide?
When these folks tripping in, you trying to find a quiet place to cope.
So where you gonna hide?
When these bills keep coming, but your bank account stay on broke.
So where you gonna hide?
When God been calling, but you think you got time to blow.
So where you gonna hide?
When the reaper come knocking and you got no other place to go.
So where you gonna hide? When you're down to your last dime, you don't know where to go. Well, you just look up where your help come from. You don't have to run.
Hey. I've been high as 20 pilots, levitated on my assignment. It's weird, I see they lips moving, but I hear nothing but silence. I couldn't mesh with them, the dialogue shallow. Bump all that talk, kill the babble, shake your neck to the brain in your cranium rattle. 808 sound like 20 earthquakes with a sample banging, got your block shook. Texas boys that are tossing these syllables around like shot puts. Hey, Papa Dios, sabe que siempre estoy orando, tantas cosas con que trato, pero con fe sigo luchando. Try to stay focused, but I hear enemigos susurrando. Alto de este circo lleno de payasos como Rambo. If you don't get your Let me chill and not get started. Before I try to make you a target, flesh on play, I try to pause it, cause my son's there behind me watching. Try to teach him not to be toxic, but if you come from my bloodline, it's gonna be more than just some boxing. Let him know that I'm not for the play. Go back and tell him I got time to date. If you was asleep, then keep it that way. As for the fam, it's love out the gate.
So where you gonna hide?
When these folks tripping in, you trying to find a quiet place to cope.
So where you gonna hide?
When these bills keep coming, but your bank account stay on broke.
So where you gonna hide?
When God been calling, but you think you got time to blow.
Oh, where you gonna hide?
When the reaper come knocking and you got no other place to go.
So where you gonna hide? When you're down to your last dime, you don't know where to go. Well, you just look up where your help coming from. You don't have to run.
Thank you guys.